We live.
We live. What up, world?
Well, let me get my little periscope set up where I can see the
Yeah,
chat
that's
like
what
we had
I'm.
last time. That was the big change is that I actually probably have had people in the chat. I never acknowledged them, and that's probably why I've never had a conversation in my chat. You know,
Yeah, you can't be ignoring people.
but man,
You
that
gotta,
was the
you
big
gotta
change
make
is
sure
that
that they're
I
not
actually
ignored.
probably sometimes people need to be ignored. Me being one of
The
them.
UnBeefables podcast.
What do you think? You like it?
That's so funny, dude.
I don't know. I just whipped that up real quick. It was nothing.
That's so funny,
It's
dude.
it's a placeholder.
All right, so what are we chatting about? We were talking about Mortal Kombat before.
Yeah, we were just talking Mortal Kombat because, well, I don't know. We can. I've done some rebranding today. Obviously, I became an anon on Twitter, and
You're an anon on Twitter now.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I
officially,
saw that.
yeah. You can refer to me. I actually did the Prince move, man. I did the Prince move.
Yeah, you got the Ankh.
Yeah, you can call me Ankh now.
I'm gonna call you that.
Call me Ankh. I
So
don't. I'm
people are
cool with
gonna
it.
are who's gonna call you that? Everybody?
I'm fine
You're
with
just the
it. The
artist
funny thing is,
formerly
like,
known?
I'm the Michael formerly known, or I'm the Ankh formerly known as Michael. Oh, what should I make that my handle? The Ankh formerly known as Michael.
Yeah, why not, dude?
No,
Fuck it. You
um,
can brand yourself however you want, man. You're not beholden to any corporation.
I will probably change Ankh in like 2 days. Like I
Hey,
don't know.
yeah.
Who knows what'll happen here?
I mean, you
But
can change it as many times as you want, man. We're not getting paid for this yet.
not yet.
Somebody pay us.
Well, and here's the thing: we need to tell people that we are the UnBeefables podcast because our claim that is not yet famous is that
Yeah.
we will not have beef with
Yeah,
anyone.
well, we're not gonna have beef with anyone. It doesn't
So I
matter. You
guess
can
that's
try.
code
So,
for like try to get us to beef, try to get us to rage out in front of the internet.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a great. So that
Yeah,
everybody who's watching this, try to
yeah,
try to start beef with
yeah.
us.
Start beef. Go for it. We are the UnBeefables, and
Yeah.
you're welcome to join in the chat and try to start beef with us. Now we do have a topic though. Now that we
All
got the
right. What do we
formalities
got?
out of the way,
What do we
was
got?
Antifa.
Oh yeah. What do they do today?
Well,
What do
there's
they?
a video, and actually, if I was a little more prepared, I could have had the video available to play back, but I don't know if YouTube or whatever would take it down. But the main thing is they were like poking this one dude who was just the Portland police even came out and said the violence, we don't condone it. What the people were doing,
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
filming legally. There shouldn't have been anything wrong.
yeah,
Um, and shout out to Jamie. Actually, I think I retweeted her thing or whatever. I quote tweeted it, whatever the hell it's called. But she said, I'll read what she said. Here, a second. I just gotta
yeah.
pull up the tweet. But
So
referring to having the Second Amendment in Portland, it was
yeah.
that's kind of the controversial topic here.
Okay. So I'm looking up. I just put up Antifa Portland, and it looks like there was supposed to be a KKK rally in Portland or something like that, and Antifa showed up,
Hmm.
and then it turned
It
into
was
a dance party.
KKK.
That's what apparently.
Oh, so
There was a
Jamie.
social media rumor,
Okay, I was gonna say
but
Jamie
no,
said,
no,
is it?
no Klan rally took place at all.
Oh, no Klan rally took. They didn't even
No,
show up. So it ended
no,
up
well,
just.
because there was a rumor, and
Ah.
Antifa just took it
Dude,
seriously.
honestly, think about it. If there's so many people, if like Antifa's so saturated, they were probably just looking for an opportunity to play dress up. Like they're LARPing at this point, probably against each other.
Yeah, right,
Like they
right,
wanted
right.
something to happen. But Jamie
Well,
was
no, of
saying,
course,
is it legal to carry in Portland? I would think he would have
yes.
been within his rights to shoot someone here. I certainly would have felt my life was in danger, and I would think shooting one of these brats would discourage this kind of behavior in the future. Now, that's a bit of Twitter bluster.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it is legal
the
to
thing
open
is,
carry in
yeah,
Portland, in
and
Oregon.
if you see the video, these people are going way over the limit. Now, I think it'd be worth discussing whether using a firearm would be useful, for the situation. But I would say open carrying, would definitely dissuade these people. They're like spraying silly string or like eggs or something on this
Yeah.
guy, and he's just trying to like
Oh
record on it.
wow.
They're like poking him with umbrellas, taking his jacket off.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
they're just
seeing
pushing
this
him.
now.
Yeah, now they're just pushing him, beating like, dude. If you had an open carry, I like that. That's the real issue here. It's like, I swear, I think Antifa, they want to be martyrs. I think
Yeah.
I think they want to poke someone so much that they can cause gun reform. Like when they die, you know what I mean? They're like,
Well,
I'll
yeah,
die for the
that's
sake of gun
yeah.
reform. And like, if that's your motivation, we shouldn't be listening to them. You know, it's almost like delivering the manifesto of a serial killer. You know,
Well, dude,
playing
honestly,
into the
it's
message
like
they
a lot
want.
of these white folks that are like supposedly so anti-white folks, anti-white supremacy or something.
Yeah.
They really just want shit to happen. Look, like I said, I just moved up to Spokane, Washington, man. My sister's husband is white, right? He's a white guy. And I swear to God, literally every conversation I've had with this guy since I moved up here has been like, oh, there's racism everywhere. Oh, racism. Oh, this guy's racist. I'm like, dude, like do you really just like want, like, what is going on? You really like want something to happen? I feel like this is like the attitude that these Antifa people have, because like I'm looking this up and it looks like this was just a rumor that there was going to be a rally and these guys showed up and started shit.
If I had to guess, I'd say one of the Antifa leaders who's bored probably started it.
Right. The rumor?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, probably.
It had to have been.
I mean, this is dude, this is the reality of like being a black person, especially like in like this kind of an area right now too, is like all these white people will like try to like be the savior all the time, and like every single time they hear about something that's like potentially, look, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't give a fuck if there's KKK rallies, man. I'm just not gonna go.
Well,
I'm just not gonna go.
Apparently,
like
I'm not okay. This is gonna come off as like KKK apologism, which honestly, call me a KKK apologist. I don't got beef with that. It's not a title I hold, but I it's whatever. Right. The point is, so the KKK like, originally was more of a gentleman's organization.
I mean, I don't even give a fuck what it was, dude. My whole point is like, dude, I just won't go.
Right. Well, that's
I'm not,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, they can have free speech, man. You can go over there and talk about hating whatever the fuck you want to hate or whatever it is, dude. Yeah, if you don't want me to strip club, that's fine.
You're fine with it at its worst, but I'm saying like best case scenario, how do we know that every KKK outlet out there is racist? What if there's like 20% of them that are? What if there's like 80% of KKK people who are just like, you know, I don't know, having freaking Sunday dinner together?
But look, I don't. Yeah, exactly.
You know, but you know what I'm saying? It's like just because it's the same title doesn't mean it's got to be.
Well, it's also just like, dude, like honestly, like you're as long as you're not physically trying to harm people, bro. Which usually when they have these rallies at this point in time in life, they're not trying to do that. And then, but also, like, look, I'm gonna be honest, man. I lived in the people are like, oh, it's not like California. I'm like, dude, I lived in the Bay Area where people would just like pay me less money because I was black. That literally happened to me once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like,
wait, someone just paid you? You said pay?
They would pay me less money. Yeah, paid me less money than like a kid who was just as qualified as me. I found out later on, really? Right? And you know what I mean? But like, that's the type of shit that happens. So it's like, racism happens regardless of. I would rather somebody be openly racist and tell me that they don't like me, right? And they don't want me to come around here. You know what I mean?
Like the devil you're familiar with versus the devil you trust.
The devil the devil you know versus the devil you don't. Exactly. Like, and so that's also part of the reason why I moved up here in the first place, because it's like all these motherfuckers are talking all this shit. It's like, all right, well, let me see this shit for myself. Honestly, every white person I met have been super nice to me. Maybe they're fucking secretly racist. I don't know. You know what I mean? But like,
it's if okay, you're gonna live with, if they're not racist and you think that they all are. That's the definition of paranoia. You know?
Right? Exactly. No, but exactly. That's why I'm saying like it's annoying when like these white people try to say some shit to me. Oh, you know, they'll like lynch black people out here or take you out to the field and I'm like, dude, why the fuck are you telling me this shit? Like. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, you know why? It's because they watched 12 Years a Slave last week. You know, it's because they watched Django last week. It's to me, it's cause and effect. Like the funniest thing is for me, like I'll like randomly like want to watch Lord of the Rings, and it won't be random. You know, I'll be like, oh, I watched Witcher. You know, it'd be like there's a reason why a thought pops in your head. Right.
Yeah, you're totally right. That's what I'm saying. It's like. It's so weird too. It's like also, it's like, why are you trying to scare black people all the time? Like I had another conversation with somebody earlier, and they're talking to me. I had to get off the Facebook because these motherfuckers talking about, oh, Trump's racist, this, and I'm like explaining why I don't think Trump is racist. Meanwhile, I'm the only black person on this thread, by the way. And everyone,
you got white people arguing for racism, and the black guy saying, "Hey, everybody, let's chill." No,
exactly. And I'm like, yo, realize that like you guys are talking about racism, and you're not listening to the one black person on this thread, that sounds pretty freaking
Dude,
racist to me.
because you're saying
You're
race,
the racist.
because you're not a black person if you don't think racism's real.
Right,
You understand,
well,
black man? Black man, listen to me. Black man, listen to me. You're not allowed to have an opinion here. Black man, stop.
I know racism is real. I'm just not worried about it every fucking second of my life.
I'm making a joke, but it's this dismissive attitude where it's like, we know better than you. That like white liberals don't understand.
I said that.
Okay, yeah.
That's exactly what I said to them too. I was like, "Oh, listen, silly black person, like
they
you
don't
know
understand the racism
is.
of their alliance. They're like trying to be allies to the point where it's like, okay, I get it. I can fight my own battles."
Right. Exactly. Also, it's like, somebody's like, you're talking to me today. He's like, well, I'm just not saying you should be scared. I'm just saying you should be aware. I'm like, look, the reality of being black is that I always have to be aware. You're not going to change that no matter where I live or go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just the reality is I always have to be aware that there's going to be somebody who's racist. Just like white people have to be aware that there's going to be somebody who's racist because that happens too.
Actually, I'd say white racism is getting. I've seen examples of really creepiness. Like what? It's not white racism is not the same as black racism at all.
Yeah.
But I'd say the severity is probably at least on equal footing.
Right. Well, I mean, in terms of like, people want to talk about institutionally, and it's like, okay, well, if like I want to get hired by somebody and they're like, oh, I don't want to hire you because I'm black, that sucks, right?
Right. But I'd say it's worse when they hire you because you're black, That
happens a lot too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm saying that's racism too.
Right, exactly.
That's literally racist. If you're quota hiring is racist. And
right, exactly. That is, right.
Like the funny is you have these activists and they're like, well, we're gonna crush racism by enforcing quotas. It's like,
right.
You realize that all this does is piss the people off.
Right, exactly. I actually have a video that I'm working on, a script that I'm working on right now that's exactly about that because I definitely was a diversity hire at like at least 2 jobs.
Okay.
And I know exactly what that's like because what ends up happening is they don't let you do any actual work. They just want you to sit there and be black.
I'll be honest with you. I'm still wondering if the sales job I had in Chicago, if I was a diversity hire, being
really
Spanish, being Spanish speaking. Like I mean,
I
do think being from coming from a certain background, certain people want to just have you around to just kind of keeps them looking diverse.
Right, exactly. It keeps them looking like they're not racist.
The funny thing is, as soon as I say something like that, I'm guilty of it myself. Like I'm guilty of like having certain people around to like scratch an itch myself. Like I feel like I might not have enough Nintendo fans around. Kind of
right.
Like I'm good. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know, man. I just like don't even like. I just don't really think about somebody's like fucking skin color or like whatever. It's like do I get along with you or do I not, dude?
But it goes back to what you're saying.
That's it.
It's like whether you believe it or not, you have to interact with this world, and that there's people who that's their measuring stick for everything. They like
100%.
They're measuring the sky every morning to make sure the sky's still racist.
Right.
Yep. No,
exactly.
Still racist today.
Exactly.
Haven't solved the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that personally, I think that the white folks who are so worried about it all the time make it worse.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, because all they're doing is like it's like you say, it's doing the white knighting thing. Like, let me protect this black person from the evil whites. I'm the good white. It's like no.
I just think of how many like. Especially in like the stoner comedy genre, how many times is there an overly white caricature in like one of those
stoner
movies?
Comedies?
Yeah, just
like what do you mean? Like
Seth Rogen style ones. Yeah, like I think of a perfect example real quick off the top of my head is in Pineapple Express, the teacher or the principal, because he's dating the high school girl.
Oh,
and he like goes and sees her. He's like, "Excuse me, guy. Excuse me. Where's your hall pass?" And he's just like, well, I'm actually his girlfriend. Actually, like, if you want to think about racial dynamics the way these, like, black or white people think, Seth Rogen would be the black man there and the white man.
Yeah, well, no, I mean,
he was getting oppressed.
Sort of. I mean, you're talking about Pineapple Express, so there's only one black character in that entire movie. It's the black lady cop, the black lady.
No, dude, the fucking Neil No, what's his name? The black dude with the afro. I forget his name. He's in a bunch of movies.
Afro.
He's one of the 2 hitmen.
Oh, you're right.
Dude,
Danny
McBride's the other guy.
No, Craig Robinson.
Craig Robinson. I was gonna say
I forgot
Robinson.
he was in that movie too.
Dude, how do you
But yeah,
forget
no,
Craig Robinson? You're gonna say, and the
because he
thing
was.
is, she wasn't black. The cop was
No,
Latina.
because
The
I'm
cop was
confusing him with
Latina.
Danny McBride. I'm confusing him with Danny McBride's character. I can't remember who his character
Oh,
is.
well, you said the first one was the chick.
No, because it was the black lady cop who like arrested.
She's not black.
Romeo.
She's
Big
Latina.
sexy with glass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she's Latina, dude.
No, she's not. She's black, dude.
Dude, do we need to look this up? Are we creating beef
No,
right now?
she's
I'm
black.
looking it up. Pineapple Express cop, because this is
All
some
right,
beef.
yeah, I'm gonna look this up right now. I'm gonna look it up
I
right
know
now.
I'm right.
Or chat, if somebody in the chat could tell me. No, that lady is black for sure. Police officer
Rosie Perez, played by Carol Brazier. Let's see. Carol Brazier's ethnicity will decide this. Or that's not it. What? That's not her real name. Police officer. Oh, it's Rosie Perez. Okay, that is good for me. That's the actress's name. Yeah.
Rosie Perez is Latina. No, that was Rosie Perez?
Yeah, dude.
No,
she's from LA.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's not true. I don't believe it.
That's the cop. Rosie Perez
No,
is the
it's
cop.
not. Are you serious?
I'm looking
I
at
have
the
to rewatch this
freaking
movie.
Wikipedia page. You think Wikipedia? Unless you got some
Hold on,
Wikipedia
hold on. I'm looking
conspiracy
at it
you
right
need
now.
to throw my way.
Rosie, you're right. Yo, no way. Oh shit.
Wow. You've been
Is it Rosie
appropriating
Perez?
Latina culture as black for how long now? Wow.
I thought it had to be my head as a black lady.
No.
What movie am I thinking? No. I was right.
I'm
Cleo
just messing with
King,
you.
police liaison officer. That's the woman I'm thinking of. That's the one who goes big, sexy with glasses.
What movie?
That's the one I'm talking about. Rosie Perez was a different character. Rosie Perez was a different character because the character that I'm thinking of is a smaller part.
Oh.
And she sees his ID and he's got glasses. She goes, "Ooh, big, sexy with glasses." That's a black lady. Her name is Carol King or Cleo King.
Cleo King. Okay, then maybe we're just arguing two different. Oh yeah, I remember. That was
It's
like
two different characters.
It's like a 2-second scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No
She's
beef.
one of two black people in that movie. I
guess
think.
we retain our title, man. I was looking for some beef with you there, but it seems like there's no beef because.
and Craig Robinson is the other black character.
Do you see how quick I was to turn on you there? That's good.
No, because I was like, no way, dude. That's like, I remember that lady going big, sexy with glasses, and fucking Rosie Perez does not say. Rosie Perez's character is way bigger, right?
Yeah, she had a bigger, huh?
She's a bigger role,
bigger role. Yeah, skinnier but bigger role.
Rosie Perez used to be fine back in the day.
I mean,
she
was fine in that movie. Nah, she's gotten older.
Yeah, she's alright.
She's still a fine lady, but she's not a fine.
Would you take her out on a date, my friend?
I mean, I would take any woman out on a date within reason.
Any woman, really?
Within reason, and
what does that mean?
As long as it makes sense, and that.
As long as it makes sense.
But the thing is, would I be trying to really hit her with my charming moves and full repertoire? No.
Wait, like Rosie Perez? You wouldn't?
No, not anymore.
Not even say that you did?
No, I don't. No.
Really?
No, dude. Clout is for,
no, dude,
Clout,
really? Well, because that movie was like 12 years ago. That was 2008.
I know, dude.
What does she look like now?
She looks old now. I just looked up a picture of her. I was like, I don't want that.
Wait, what are you talking about? She doesn't look bad. She looks good.
I mean, she looks alright. That said, I'd take her on a date.
She looks good for a woman her age. How old is she?
She does look good for a woman her age, but...
Bruh, come on. You're telling me you wouldn't beat... Get the fuck out of here. You're like, she's in Birds of Prey, dude.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, there we go.
I had no idea she was in that movie.
Was she?
I guess so.
Really
I had no idea she
Birds
was
of
in
Prey,
it because
though?
I ain't gonna watch that movie.
Right.
Who did she play? That's wild. No, she looks hella good. Bruh, you're bugging. She looks hella good.
She's fine. I didn't say she's not fine. You asked me if I would...
55,
You asked me two different questions.
She's 55 years old.
Yeah, but you asked me if I'd take her on a date. You're asking a very personal thing for me.
You wouldn't take that woman on a date? You're
I
bugging,
don't celebrity worship, though, either.
Huh?
Like, I don't celebrity... Like, there's a very short list of celebrities I would... Okay,
Dude,
hold up.
Fuck her being a celebrity. That doesn't matter. What matters is, would you take a woman that age who looks like that on a date? Would you?
Of course, on a date.
Fuck her being famous.
On a date,
huh?
Yes, 100% on a date.
All right.
Word. Would I be trying to lay the wood, drop the pipe? No, that's no. That I wouldn't feel.
Wait, it's saying that Birds of Prey is the first DC expanded universe film. What? So
Well,
they're like jumping off the fucking new DC universe from Birds of Prey?
probably they're kind of
Oh
dumb.
no, second. Oh, it's the second to be rated R. First to be rated, second to be rated R, first to be. That's weird. So who does Rosie Perez play in that movie, dude? That's wild.
I'm pulling up. I'm like right on my
Renee
mic.
Montoya.
She's very.
Okay.
If it's the screenshot I'm looking
So
at, she
she
has a
plays the
lot of
cop.
makeup on.
So if you ever watch the Batman animated series, there's that cop Renee Montoya, the Latina cop from like the '92 Batman series. That's the character she's playing.
This version of Harley Quinn has officially made Margot Robbie not hot to me.
I agree. Same.
Dude, the way they're marketing her right now,
I
she's like not even attractive.
I agree.
Like she's like straight crazy bitch.
You know what? Honestly, I think Margot Robbie's a terrible fucking actress.
She's
I'm
not
not
a
gonna lie
great
to
actress.
you.
She's a very attractive woman, not a great
Yeah.
actress.
Best. She was in what's the movie I liked her in? I, Tanya. She was great in that.
I didn't see
That was about it.
That's not. Yeah, I'll put it this way. She has not impressed me with a role. It's too much for me to say.
Did you
she's a
watch
bad
I,
actress.
Tanya?
No, I told you I haven't seen it.
Yo, watch that shit, bro. That movie is crazy.
Well, where would I see it?
Probably Netflix or some shit. I
It's
don't
on
know.
Netflix. Okay, I don't know if you knew where
It's
it
on
was.
something, man.
Okay.
That shit was crazy.
Renee
I watched it
Montoya.
twice. That's how good it was.
Okay.
That was the only movie she's actually good in.
Oh, they have Victor Saz
What in the
in
Birds of Prey?
Yeah, they brought Saz into the.
Yeah. God, that movie's gonna be bad,
They
huh?
got Black Mask.
Didn't that movie
Oh,
just like
Ewan
not
McGregor
do well?
plays Black Mask. Oh, Ewan. Oh,
Yo, and he's gay too. They made him gay.
Black Mask.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what I heard. Yeah. Because they wanted this movie's
Dude.
about like feminism and shit, dude.
Dude, one of my favorite fucking memes is that SpongeBob meme of how many times do we have to tell you, old man?
Yeah, exactly. Yo, did you see somebody posted a picture of them going to see Birds of Prey and it was like a completely empty theater. Somebody, I think it was like Liberty Jen or something like that.
Wait a minute, this chick who's playing
Or
Black
no,
Canary,
it might have been
It
it might have been what's her name? What's that half Asian Canadian girl? Lauren Chen. Her fine ass. I think it was her.
I don't think she's fine.
Posted she was gonna go see Birds of Prey and it was a completely empty theater.
Oh yeah, I saw that tweet. I know. I saw a bunch
And
of.
apparently it opened to like 34 million. That sucks.
Mm-hmm. I saw a bunch of tweets or pictures from tweets that said that it didn't do well. It wasn't doing well at all.
Yeah, well, because nobody wants to see that fucking crazy feminazi nonsense. Actually, except for
You can't
know
say
what?
no one, dude. You can't say no one.
Yeah, fair. Well, some people did, but the Harley Quinn cartoon that's on DC Universe is pretty feminist, and that's actually pretty funny.
Is it?
I think it's pretty funny because the way that they do it is like it's kind of like Venture Brothers, like in its pacing.
Well, I saw
but
that
it's from like the point of view of Harley Quinn, and like it makes sense. Like Joker's the abusive boyfriend, and she has to get away from her, and then away from him, and then she like finds Poison Ivy and stuff like that, and like the way that they like use the lore to make the characters like tell the story that they want to tell is actually pretty impressive, and I like it.
Yeah, they've been messing with that since the Arkham games, where like Poison Ivy and what's her name, Harley have always had a kind of little.
Well,
thing.
that's way longer than that. I mean, it's been like in the cartoon.
But honestly,
that was like in the
it works. It
like
makes
that.
sense. It makes sense to me in an archetypal way too, because like Ivy is always just like a plant, like she's kind of like nature, just kind of like go with the flow kind of deal. But,
well, she's also misanthropic. She's always been that way.
Right. But
know?
I was just gonna say, like, almost Poison Ivy's character is a little more oblivious, more naive than Harley Quinn is in comparison, because Harley Quinn learned like deception and just lack of trust and persuading.
So
people,
I would disagree there. I think it's I think it's the other way around, and I think that the Harley Quinn cartoon actually really does a good job at playing that up.
Oh.
Let's see. Whole Lot says
mine's
play
coming from
Wheeze
Arkham.
on Western on all platforms.
Play
what?
Wheeze?
Wheeze on Western on all. What does that mean?
No idea.
I don't know what that means. Whole lot. We don't know what that means.
I can Google it though.
Wheeze on Western on all platforms. Nobody knows.
Wheeze on Western. That's a song.
Is it?
Yeah, but I don't listen to music. I don't.
Yeah. I
You
don't.
gotta,
We don't
dude. If you
listen
want me to
music,
listen to some
bro.
music, you gotta sell me better than that, dude. Just
Yeah, like
play.
what are you talking about, homie? Now we have beef. We got beef with
That's not
One.
beef, dude. That's a freaking the salami that fell on the ground.
That's a lot. That's a
It's fucking garbage, man. I'm
that's
sorry.
garbage,
I'm sorry,
bro.
whole lot.
That's garbage,
I'm
whole
grateful
lot. We
for
don't know
every
what you're
viewer,
talking about,
but
homie.
that was a little weak.
That was a weak ass comment. I'm not gonna lie.
We need to get
We have
like a
no
soundboard and shit for
no.
like shit like
A
that,
what? A
like a sound
subreddit?
no a soundboard for like
Oh yeah, like weak
yeah.
comments.
Or no, like getting like a dunk, like the air horn for
Yeah,
like a basketball game, something like that. But
yeah. All right, it says, all right, Cinema Blend says Birds of Prey's opening weekend is seriously underperforming. But why? It's like, really? What do you mean, why?
well, dude, those are the rhetorical questions you learn in like journalism school or something. Like I'm sure there's a textbook that like you can evaluate that on like a 10-point thing and be like, oh, that's a
Yeah,
perfectly designed headline. It's like, but when you look at like the context of it, it's
yeah.
just dumb and flat. It doesn't. It's the
I
lack of
mean,
self
maybe
awareness.
people don't want to see Harley Quinn played by Margot Robbie anymore.
I'm fine with that idea. Honestly,
Because you know she's gonna play her again in the Suicide Squad. They're doing another Suicide Squad.
first one was awful.
I know, but
Like,
they're doing another one,
what kills
and
me
they're gonna.
is I've been increasingly cynical about a lot of movies lately, and I think people are starting to doubt that I have a discerning eye. But it's just there's been so much crap lately. I haven't had anything to rave about. You know?
Well, a lot of movies suck, dude.
I
And then
know.
people go, oh, well, especially when it comes to this, it's like people just don't want to see a female-led movie.
Fuck no.
Okay, Wonder Woman did really well. I didn't see it until recently, and that movie was the shit. I'm actually really mad that I didn't go see it in theaters. That movie was sick. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it. It was all right. I didn't hate it. I didn't.
I loved that shit. I thought it was great. I thought the story was really good. I thought the fact that Gal Gadot was really good. They did a really good job of making her like really feminine and also kick ass at the same time.
Yeah, no, they nailed
You know
all
what I mean?
that. They nailed all that. That's not my argument. Actually, my bigger issues were with the plot, their handling of history.
What do you mean, like
Ares should have been a lot cooler, but actually the way they
Yeah, but that's like how Ares is in the comic books, though, man.
Oh, I know. Well, no, it's the depiction of him, not
What do you mean?
his role. Like his role was perfect.
Yeah.
He played that one guy. He's
Like you talking about like
I'm trying to think the actor's name.
that he played, who like when he was hiding. I forget his character's name.
No, I actually liked that he was hiding in plain sight like that. I love that.
Yeah.
They should have made him more like demonic looking, like he did in the comics. They made him look too civil.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
My issue.
I hear that.
With his representation. And the other thing was they made. I don't know. It wasn't that bad, honestly. Okay.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, compared to like Batman v Superman and like you know what I mean,
yeah.
I thought it was pretty damn good, and I'm actually excited to see 1984 now.
Oh, I am too. Actually, that's the thing is, it did exactly what it needed to do.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is an established character I want to watch another movie for.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Yeah, that's about it. That's
like what other like superhero stuff? Like honestly, like all the Marvel stuff. Like I'm checking out on Marvel. I'm not checking out Phase 4 at all. I'm done.
Yeah, I might.
Like I don't care.
I might a la carte it. That's probably. I think what I'll end up doing is a la carte it. Because I forget.
Like what are you interested in?
There was one actually, dude. I do my best to Hakuna Matata everything in life. So I don't even remember. Well, when I say that, I literally just when I stop thinking about. Oh yeah, Venom 2 is supposed to come out.
That's not MCU though.
Oh okay, I just typed in.
Also, I hated Venom. I hated the original one. I thought it sucked.
It
had great visual effects. That's about it.
That's it. I agree. But the thing is, I'm holding out on potential.
Yeah, I heard
because I love Tom Hardy. I think the way they visually represented Venom was awesome. And the thing is, Venom is actually probably one of my favorite characters.
Right, but this version of Venom makes no sense because there's no Spider-Man.
Well, like, that's the thing is, I think they're gonna tie in. They're gonna tie in with this new kid. They're gonna tie in with this new kid. No.
What kid?
The freaking what's his name?
The Tony Stark Jr. version of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Perfect.
I heard that they're gonna do that, but like,
I would love to
how do
see
you do
Tom
that
Holland,
after
Tom
already
Hardy.
introducing
TH
Venom
versus
without
TH.
Spider-Man?
What'd you say?
You know what I mean?
I didn't hear you.
How
Sorry.
do you do that without already introducing Venom without Spider-Man? That makes no sense. Like, the reason why Venom is such a cool character is because it's two entities that hate Peter Parker joined as one.
Right.
This Venom is like just there.
Right.
I don't know.
It's gonna be a different Venom. He's gonna be a little more free to do what he's gonna have a little more agency over his own um
He's just
whatever he
gonna
wants
be
to
a
do.
good guy, really. They're gonna skip to good guy Venom,
Which
think.
I'm fine with. That's cool.
I mean, I guess so. I guess so. I hate seeing Venom without the fucking spider thing on him. It's weird. I don't know. It's like, because that's like part of, like, that's what makes him cool.
I'm just telling you,
like,
and they'd have to really poorly market or poorly, like I will probably want to see Venom 2. I'm just saying that.
I mean, I'm gonna see it. Do I want to? I don't know. I actually still haven't seen
I'm
that.
a huge fan of Blade. I will probably try it. I don't know. I might want to watch the new Blade.
There's a new Blade coming out?
Dude, you're an ostrich? Yeah.
I don't know. I thought they were gonna do a TV show. Didn't they?
Man,
do a
I thought you were
TV
black.
Show?
That's all I know.
Didn't they do a Blade TV show at some point?
Did they? I don't know.
I feel like they did. Yeah, they did. They did.
Okay.
And it had
they
what's
said
his
Wesley
name?
Snipes is supposed to be in the new one. I think.
But he's not gonna play Blade.
Oh yeah, the new Black Widow looks good too.
I thought the guy who plays Blade is Sticky Fingers played Blade in the TV show, bro. And then I think the guy who plays Blade in the new one is gonna be what's his name?
Dude, I don't know. Actually, I might stick with Marvel a little bit. We'll see.
What's his name? I forget. But he was already in Luke Cage. He played the bad guy in the first season of Luke Cage. That's gonna be Blade. I can't remember his fucking name though. I still haven't seen the Mobius trailer though. I was gonna say, like, the Venom stuff. Like, Sony's doing a whole Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man, and they have, like, Morbius is coming out as the next one with fucking Jared Leto. I still haven't seen that trailer either.
Which one?
I'm kind of Morbius.
Oh, I think I might have seen a trailer for that.
Weird shit, dude. And then they're gonna do Craven the Hunter.
What? I did not see this trailer. This is something I'll have to watch later.
Yeah, I need to watch that later tonight because I still haven't seen that shit.
I'm only looking at a few screenshots, but it looks really interesting. I'm looking at the Eternals right now. Can't tell if I will like this.
The TV show?
Is it a TV show? It says film.
Or is it a movie?
The Eternals is a film.
I don't know, man.
Slated to begin production in July of scheduled to be released in November 6th of 2020. It's got a huge cast. It looks like it's a new Avengers thing.
Yeah, it's like ensemble cast or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody reads.
Diverse.
I mean, I don't read the Eternals. I feel like that's like deep lore comic book shit.
Yeah, which is interesting.
That's like even further than like Guardians. Like, Guardians was deepest lore by the time when they did.
I don't know any of these people. There's a name of a guy called Gilgamesh, but it has nothing to do with the
no, it's nothing to do with
Assyrian
king.
Nah,
you're not gonna find anything about that fool.
And then there's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Like, yeah, that's
they're going
deep. Hella deep on this shit, dude. Yeah, because they can. Because Disney's like, all right, here you go, Disney money, fucking make all of this shit. People want to see this shit.
Okay.
All you have to do is put Marvel on it.
Here's the thing, though, man. I don't want to see the last two we mentioned. I'm not curious at all. They have a uphill marketing battle for me, but yeah. I'm kind of curious about Black Widow. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters. Those two, the Eternals and Black Widow, are the only in post-production now. But in pre-production, there's 3 I probably want to see. Doctor Strange sequel.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Doctor Strange was sick. I'll check the Doctor Strange one out.
And it's called the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is what it's called.
Oh, I know, because they're going to fucking go super hard into multiverse shit.
But I think what they're probably going to do is they're going to take the multiverse and slim it down. I hope. If they're doing smart writing, they're going to take the multiverse and Doctor Strange is going to get a MacGuffin that calms down the multiverse. That's going to
I think they're going to open that shit up and they're going to start doing 2099 stuff. That's my guess.
Yeah, well, hear me out here. Okay. He's gonna have like a save the universe moment where there's gonna be too many new realities and options because of what happened in Endgame. So he's like fighting
Yeah.
back the tide of potentially losing the universe. And so
Yeah.
he's gonna get a MacGuffin that stabilizes it all. That like finally the Thanos thread. Like he's gonna, I
Yeah.
think he's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
be like haunted by Thanos, like the thread of his existence. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's gonna
Yeah.
have to get a MacGuffin that like locks it away or something. And then they're gonna use that, like you said, to channel like other good possibilities, like things that will help them in the
Yeah.
future,
Yeah. Yeah.
to create new bad guys. To it's all just an ebb and flow. You have to like
They're just
resolve
gonna
old
they're
bad
just gonna
guys.
use that as a way to launch like all types of crap.
Well,
They're gonna introduce the. I mean, they already
they're
introduced
gonna
the
use
idea to
Doctor
the
Strange. I think they're gonna use Doctor Strange to wrap up the whole Endgame nonsense.
right. Well, they've already done, well, because I think they kind of did that with the last Spider-Man movie.
They did,
and they
no,
introduced the idea
but on a
of
human,
the,
they did that on the human level, like the like our
Right.
planet. I think what they're
right.
gonna do
But
is Doctor
this is
Strange.
how
They're
they're
gonna
gonna bring in
like
X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
That's my theory. Is they're gonna have they're gonna open the multiverse, and then they're gonna have like the X-Men and the Fantastic Four are gonna like pop up.
Do you
and this
think,
is why they didn't exist the
do you
entire
think he's
time,
gonna
because
be
they were in
back,
another dimension.
or do you think they're gonna get a new guy to be?
Who Jackman?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Huge.
He said he's
man.
done. Hugh Jackman
Nah,
said he's done.
He's probably done, dude.
I think he's done
Because he's
too.
dead. Logan's dead.
That's what they said. I did like
Yeah.
Logan. Logan was good.
That shit was fucking dope.
And they did
Yeah,
set up for his daughter to be a badass.
Oh, the X-23.
Yeah. Well, he kind of took her on as a daughter.
Yeah. Well, the clone, yeah.
Yeah. It's a clone.
We like lost every viewer because we're talking about comics and
Dude,
shit.
I don't care. I'm not even looking at the viewers anymore.
Viewers.
We talked about it for a minute. We talked about what we said for a minute.
Fuck the viewers. I don't care. This is for us.
Well,
this is for us, for posterity, so that
for
we can go back and listen
man.
to ourselves.
Are we the only two watching right now?
Yeah, totally. That's what I'm saying. We lost everybody. Dude, we were at like 11 people, and they were like, I don't want to hear these nerds talk about comic book shit.
Dude, whatever.
Fuck you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
This is when we retweet again. when we don't have anybody, we'll just retweet again. I'm live too. Oh, someone else said he's live too. I don't know if that's him trying to get us to watch his stream while we're doing our stream.
Wait, he's live too. Where are you seeing that?
He replied to my tweet of our stream on Twitter. He's like,
oh, you're talking about
Artyom.
No, it's Artyom.
No, it's Air.
Talking Dark Gift Comics and looking at Bone V1.
This guy doesn't follow me.
Oh, he's on YouTube.
I don't follow him either.
He's trying to steal our fucking viewers, man.
I don't know what he's doing.
That's not
dude.
cool.
He doesn't follow me. I don't follow him.
Now we have beef with this guy.
We do have beef with Ayrton. But it's like low-key beef. Like, honestly, I don't give a crap.
It is weird, though, when people post their own streams on other people's streams and shit. It's like on Twitch, it's like, if you go to my stream and you're like, come to my stream, it's like, what the fuck?
That's what he did.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. I'm like, why do people do that shit? That's fucking weird.
Well, he earned a GIF. I'll tell you that.
You sent him something?
I replied with a GIF.
What else is happening in the fucking world, man?
We're talking about some. We're too far on the horizon. Apparently, Zoe 101 is trending.
Zoe 101? What the hell is that?
I saw Zoe 101 trending and thought there was going to be.
Is that Zoe Quinn?
The media. I'm reading.
No, it's not. It's fucking like Disney shit.
Is it?
It's that fucking TV show from back in the day.
That's what everyone's tweeting about.
Whoa. Okay, so there's some chick with like giant titties or something.
I haven't seen titties yet.
There's like a.
Yeah, I see that. Trending. Can we finally talk about this joke went completely over my head when I was a kid?
Yo, Crash.
These are supposed to be teenagers, I think, dude. That was on TV?
Apparently.
Very nice, Quinn. A+.
Wait, so why is all this, dude? Why is all this stuff trending? I don't understand.
Well, I think it's because of maybe that joke. Because that character was the nerdy character.
What, the boobs?
Yeah, and the joke is that
who's that actress?
Huh? I don't know. I just remember I saw the show on enough to remember that character was the nerd, and so
I
never
watched. I think I was slightly too old.
The thing is, she was showing her friends that she invented airbags you wear on yourself to protect you in a car accident, and that's the joke. So because
they're boobs.
Yeah.
Okay, what
It
was
looks
her
like
character's
it looks
name?
like Zoomer. It's a Zoomer trend there. It's a Zoomer trend, so it doesn't mean anything. Zoomers aren't shit.
Yeah, I mean, like I was like too old for that show, I think.
No,
Because I never saw that shit.
his gift game
Wait,
not good.
is this chick Erin Sanders? Is that chick?
Maybe.
'Cause she looks hot now.
Is it? Aaron,
If that's the chick. Yeah, I think it is her.
how's it spelled?
Yeah, she's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That might be her.
Yeah, I think it is, dude.
101.
That's the nerdy girl?
I don't know. I'm looking it up. Me too. I gotta figure.
She's
it
hot
out.
as shit. That's crazy.
If it's the right chick. She's known as playing.
Of course she's hot.
Well, dude, if you're in Hollywood, you always come out hot. Like, it doesn't matter what you go in. You come out. You come out fuckable.
She was like a
you
little
come out
kid.
fuckable.
Now she's a hot ass babe.
Yeah. The one little girl from what's it called? Modern Family. She ended up getting breast reduction surgery because
Which chick?
the young one, the daughter of the two sisters.
Oh, the Alex, the chick who played Alex.
Yeah. Forget her name.
Or no, what was the other one? That was the other one.
No, Alex is the one you're.
Right?
Yeah, Alex is the younger one. I forget the older one's name.
Yeah, she's hot. I saw
Ariel
her- I saw
Winter.
her-
Ariel Winter is her name.
Yeah, Ariel. Yeah, she's hot as fuck.
Well, she apparently she was okay, yeah. Aaron Sanders is hot. Damn.
Yeah, Ariel Winter is fucking hot as shit, dude. That chick is like banging.
Oh.
She got breast reduction surgery. When the hell was that,
What like she was still a teenager, man.
bro? Like, look her Google images up. There's a picture. There's some shit. Her in this like white dress. Damn, she looks hella good. That's the nerdy girl from fucking Modern Family. That's insane, bro. That chick is
Dude,
hot as fuck.
I'm still oogling over Aaron Sanders. She is hot. Well, because
we're just sitting here looking at hot chicks from Hollywood.
Dude, we can do whatever we want on a stream. I'm looking at
Dude,
pictures
no,
of her
this
queen.
Ariel Winter chick though, dude. I'm telling you, that bitch is fine.
Dude, this Aaron Sanders, she's got a beautiful face right now. Oh, he's all right.
That's the nerdy
Beautiful
girl from Zoe 101. That's the
know.
one trending. That's got to be her, right? That's definitely her.
That's her. No, you're right. Ariel Winter.
Ariel Winter's bad. She's way badder though. That chick is.
Oof. I haven't looked her up in a while, and actually, it looks like she's got a very comfy titty size now.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Well, they were so big before.
I know they were.
Like she looks like she's just more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like this one right, that is probably the perfect one to judge. She has like a Kim Kardashian looking dress on, like the
white dress.
Like the Italian chick from. She looks like the Italian chick from Matrix 2, Matrix Returns or Revolutions or whatever.
Yeah, bro, that chick is bad. Yo, get her phone number. Get her on this podcast, bro.
Oh, is that? I will be done, my master.
How old is she? I don't know. She's like in her 20s.
Younger. She's like 23. I'd probably say now. 20.
Yeah, she's like 22. She's 22. That's pretty wild. Damn.
Yeah. I would raise every single.
Would you take her out on a date?
Dude, I would. No, she's another level, man. You found the goalpost for me, man.
Yeah.
I would take care of every kid I put into her.
So the thing about the breast reduction stuff, the thing that makes it risky is that they can't guarantee that you'll be able to breastfeed afterwards if you have a kid.
I believe that. That's got to be rough.
Yeah.
That's got to be really rough, actually. Dude, you're not even following us on Periscope anymore?
What are you talking about? I am. I'm in that shit.
It says only one.
They're lying to you, bro.
Oh, my bad.
You got Yana Swaggles in this motherfucker too, bro.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And we got fucking Bertha Erkin, 35,
Yes,
up in this motherfucker.
So, all right.
We're talking about how fine Ariel Winters is.
After the breast reduction. But you're saying you dropped a line on me that I'm still not following. So you have breast reduction, you might not be able to lactate or like properly.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
That's a little known fact if that's true.
Yeah,
I did not
that's
know
the
that.
thing. It's like you gotta like be careful with that shit. Like, may as well get that shit after you have kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess once you're like done, once you're not looking to breastfeed. But
it's like some chicks, man, they just have like giant tits, man, and they just like it fucks with their back and shit.
Like I could even see just kind of moving them back up into place a little bit, you know, like not not even
Like
add
lifting
anything,
them?
just kind of give them a little support, little take care of them a
Yeah,
little better.
man. I mean, it's like I don't know, man. Like some chicks are like, like my girl, man. She's definitely complains about that a lot. That's like the main reason why she won't get it right now, though, is because she doesn't want to
You want
not
a
be able to
reduction?
breastfeed. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you don't
Because
mind
she's
me
like real
asking,
tiny and she has like really giant breasts.
how giant?
They're pretty giant, man.
Past D?
It's like looking like Ariel Winters,
Hmm.
but like she's like small. She's like 5'4" or something like that. So she's like tiny, bro.
Oh.
So it's like, yeah, she's always complaining about her back and shit. But then she told me that the thing about the breast milk thing, and that's why she won't do it yet.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Well,
Yeah.
as much as I love talking about titties, I feel like this doesn't make for a long conversation.
I mean, it did though. We talked about titties for like straight up 15 minutes, bro.
Is it been 15 minutes? I mean,
we talked.
that's the thing,
went
man.
from
Apparently,
Zoe
people don't want to
101.
chat about titties. Well, see, we got to figure out something to get a chat engaged.
Man, somebody said some shit to us about Wheeze on Western. What the hell is that, bro?
I don't know. It's a song I saw on Spotify. It didn't work.
Wheeze on Western.
Should I be playing that right now?
I'm gonna listen to that.
Are you gonna play it right now?
I'm gonna listen to it. It says 0 subscribers on here. What the fuck? This is the YouTube shit. Wheeze on Western on YouTube.
Is that probably like his thing then?
The YouTube channel. Probably, yeah. Wheeze on Western looks like it's a record. And it probably is this motherfucker's shit.
Dude.
He's called himself a whole lot. Can you hear that shit?
Yeah, I can hear it a little bit.
It says on all platforms. Yeah, this is that fool shit, dude. That dude came in to fucking
plug
shit.
I guess we're gonna get pluggers.
He says his
Right,
bitch like
stop
bitch
playing
like
it. Stop playing it. I don't want to hear that on my airwaves anymore. My side of the airwaves. You can do whatever you want with your side of the airwaves, but don't pollute the sanctity of my sanctum here. But apparently,
all right, what else is trending? We got Everett. Everett's trending. Why?
Everett what?
What is that?
What
is Everett? Everett is trending, man.
Everett what?
Oh, it's
what is
some shit. Okay. I don't know anything about tennis, man.
Oh, there's UFC tonight. I didn't even notice that. I wasn't paying attention. Shit, who's fighting tonight?
Oh, that's why nobody's on this shit. They watching the fight.
Nah, it's just because there's a fight doesn't mean there's a good card. That's what I'm looking up right now. I mean, they're not even like, there's nothing trending right now. Derek Lewis, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Through the kitchen sink at the end of the fight. That's my boy Joe Rogan calling it, too.
Joe Rogan!
It's the ending.
Joe Rogan's the freaking man. Get him on this podcast, bro.
Oh, I would love to. He's too busy, man. He's too busy. I wouldn't even bother trying to chase up that tree right now. Like, Joe Rogan is, like, the hottest shit out there. Like, honestly, Hotep probably peaked at Rogan. I don't know if he's ever gonna. I don't think he's gonna get any higher than that. Like, I think he nailed how to be on Rogan. I don't think he could have utilized that platform any better. But I don't think the way he mishandled Larry Johnson.
Hey, man. Whatever, man. I ain't seeing none of it.
You didn't see none of it?
No, man. I haven't watched him in a while.
I know. That's why I'm curious.
I can't even look at his shit anymore, dude, because he blocked me. So it's like, all right, whatever. I bought that guy's shit too. I'm mad. Yeah, I bought his book. I bought his hat and shit.
Just send it to me. I don't have beef.
I got the Twitter. The Twitter book is like it's like digital. It's It's helpful.
Is it?
It's definitely helpful. Yeah. Definitely helpful.
It's not a paperback?
No, I don't think that he has a paperback version. I think it's just digital.
Well, damn.
Let's see. We got this shit's trending. It says hashtag if I knew I was living this long. Yo, Twitter is some weird shit, bro.
It gets gloomy randomly out of nowhere. If I knew I was
what is with Twitter, bro?
Dude, I swear Twitter is kind of like like an animal of sorts.
It
You
is.
feed into it like it's a machine. Like you feed into it certain things, and the equation will balance out in its own way. If I knew I was living this long, I would have pulled out. It's a guy with a giant family photo.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's a whole dude.
That's pretty fucking dark, bro.
I think he's just kidding. He seems like a pretty happy guy.
I doubt it. He's not kidding. No, yo, speaking of, some people get really sad about having kids and shit, man.
About
Like if they do it with the wrong person.
Oh.
Like I went to my hometown the other day, a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it was in January.
Yeah.
And I went to this bar, just like this bar that I used to work at, just because I go there every time I visit, just because, it's hometown thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy that I went to high school with, he's like sitting there on the bar, like looking so sad, bro. Like looking so sad. And I was like, hey, what's up, dude? Like, what's going on? And he's like, hey, good to see you. And he's like, sad. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh, just got the wife and kid, And I'm like, you don't seem excited about that at all, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy. I'm like, how old's your kid? He's like, oh, she's 2. Yeah. I'm like, what happened to you, bro? Like, Jesus. I would be stoked. I would be like, yo, here's my daughter. You want to see pictures of my daughter, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, but
you made it human, homie.
It's would be, man. It's would be. It's like, I don't know. I don't think there's. The older I'm getting, the less I'm judging people on parenting.
What do you mean?
It's like I don't think there's so many times where people blame the parents, or sometimes like. Because I really, at the end of the day, it's like you have to blame the parents because the kid doesn't know any better. But it's also like the fact that there is a kid. Sometimes you gotta like think about, the parents might have been right to like not abort or do something like that. But man, sometimes some people shouldn't be having a kid.
Yeah, well, they should be
kinda
fucking without condoms.
We hide from that a lot. Like I'm grateful. I've done the math. My parents, I did not come at an opportune time for them, but they made the best of it.
Neither did I, man.
I look back on my childhood. I don't have I have a lot of good memories. They weren't crazy good Actually, I think my childhood was better because my parents didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. It wasn't until they got old, I got older, that they actually found some money to go on some trips and stuff and whatever. But most of my early childhood, man, I just remember just chilling outside, not really playing in the dirt.
No, same, dude.
And now kids, if they don't have a freaking iPhone in front of them, they're freaking spazzing. They're literally.
Yeah, well, that's the parents' fault, bro. That is the parents' fault, man. That's
as a server, I watch it happen. Literally, I had a table the last time I worked. This happened on Thursday, but they literally, it was a 8-year-old who had mom's phone. The kid had his PS, he had his Switch. He had a Switch with him. And then the mom was on, I guess, another phone. Maybe the 8-year-old had a phone. But all 3 of them were on devices when I went over to the table, to the point where I went over, I said, hi, my name is Michael. I'll be taking care of you. Can I get you started off with anything to drink? I just let that linger so long that I just walked away. They didn't even look up at me.
That's crazy. So that's the parents' fault, man.
Here's the thing: as I'm walking away, there was no parent. It was just the mom. So
the mom's not a parent.
It was just the parent. There weren't the parent. There was not parents. There was one.
Oh yeah. But so that's the mom's fault, dude.
I know. And here's the thing: as I'm walking away,
she had no man with her.
No.
Yeah, well,
there's implications that
you know how that goes.
I don't know, but here's the thing. Here's the end of the story is that she's just like, oh, isn't this just so 2020? And I looked at her and just kept walking away.
She said that to you?
Yeah. Because I told you, I was sitting there awkwardly, I told her, I was like, can I get you anything to drink?
That's
and I'm just standing there.
Bro.
I was there for a good 30 seconds just standing there. And then as I finally walk away, she's gets uncomfortable that I'm walking away, and she tries to engage with me, and I'm like, no, that's not happening right now. I just walked away, and as that's happening, that's when she chimed in, oh, isn't this so 2020? Nah, bitch.
That's
it's not
amazing.
This is not the kind of energy I'm dragging into 2020, bitch.
Right, for sure, yeah.
Sorry.
That's ridiculous.
I think and the thing is, she could tell by my eye contact, I'm like, I'm not feeling this. I like smiting people like that, I feel like I'm
That's
doing my
ridiculous.
part to move the needle in the
Isn't
right
it
direction.
2020? How old was she?
Dude,
she
she was
she was in her 30s.
No, she was like late 30s at most. She couldn't. That's the thing, is like an 8-year-old and like a 11-year-old. So, you know, do the math.
So she got to be like in her 30s.
But I'm saying late 30s at most, man. She was still pretty young.
You look young.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, man, she looked just attractive enough to be the amount of a bitch she seemed.
Yeah, for sure. I hear you.
Does that make any sense? Like,
no, it makes a lot of sense, bro.
she was just bitchy enough that like someone puts up with you.
No,
but
probably
I'm not
not.
sure if
That's
they
probably
should.
why she's by herself, bro. Somebody was like, "Nah, I ain't dealing with this shit no more."
I don't know. Well, that's true. That could be too. I'm saying like
Yeah.
her mother or somebody has gotta.
All right, question: would you date a single mother?
You know, I rack my brain on that a lot. No, I don't really rack my brain on it a lot. I used to.
Yeah.
My definite answer is no, but also I'm an open-minded guy. I'm trying not to be an absolutist because I used to be an absolutist and it made me a really boring person to be around. You know?
Hey, I used to be the type of guy that said, you know what, I don't mind it. I dated a couple, like 2 women who had kids. Never met the kids or anything like that.
Right.
But I would never do it ever again.
Yeah.
I don't want to raise anybody else's kids, bro.
I don't either. But that's
I'm just not interested.
The only way I would date a chick with kids is if it was clearly stated. What's up, Jeremiah? How you doing, man? I don't know. You know Jeremiah, right? On Twitter.
I don't see any chats. Where's the chat coming from?
Oh, he just joined. He joined. I think he probably dropped a heart.
Oh, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, Jay Flourish?
Yeah.
What's up?
He just.
We're talking about whether or not we would date single mothers. I say absolutely not.
Yeah, I said I haven't ever turned down a single mother.
You have never turned. Well, having sex with a single mother is different than dating them.
Right, I believe it. That's the thing, is I wouldn't even want to date a single mother. Would I want to?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd ever want to date. And that's the sad thing is like I know single mothers are looking for dating, and so if you're hooking up,
of course, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because they need somebody to be the man and provide and take care of their kids and shit. Because whoever they were not with,
it's a slippery
they're
slope.
with isn't there anymore.
And I don't try to like do something for just like that carnal, like impulsive, like
right. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know. That karmically seems bad to me. So like I said,
well, it's like at the end of the day, like there's not really that many advantages because it's like you eventually you're not just paying for her, you're paying for her kids now too, and like
yeah,
you know what I mean. Her kid gets sick, the date's canceled, kind of shit. Like it's like, dude, this
you
is
said
like
you don't
nuts.
want to raise someone else's kids. It's not even a matter of like raising the kid. It's the opportunity to be there for you to be responsible for the kid ever.
Right, exactly.
Like I don't want that to ever come up.
Right, exactly.
And the thing is,
right.
It's all nothing. It's all or nothing. Like if you genuinely love the woman, that's why I hold out. It's like if she has maybe one kid who actually like listens to me and everything, like I might consider it. I
don't even know how it would get that far, bro. Like at this point, it's like, you know what I mean? I mean, like obviously I have a relationship and all that kind of stuff, but like it's like if I was single again.
The only reason I rack my brain about this is because I live in provincial Ohio, and some of the hottest chicks in the bar scene right now are all single mothers.
Yeah, but see, there's gonna be hot chicks that aren't, dude. Just go for their fucking daughters when you're 40.
Okay. Like I said, I'm in provincial.
You know
Ohio.
what I mean? Like
Chicago reminded me that you don't have to go to single mothers to get a hot woman.
Right. No. I'm saying you can always just continue doing your thing, and when you're 40, get with their daughters.
Oh yeah, I'm with it too.
Like on some real shit.
Yeah, no, I'm dude. That is, I have said that so many times when I get into, well, I don't know, we get into like feminism and like masculinity and that kind of shit. Is like because to me that is the thing, is that part of like all right, I hate to use the word privilege. I feel like I've used it on each stream, but there's a way to use privilege without you using it as like a cultural weapon.
Sure, yeah.
You know. So like there is a privilege in being a man. Like we do get to wait longer. We get to wait longer. Like we're allowed to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Why like
no, 100%.
I think it's hilarious that people are like, oh, can you believe a 40-year-old king used to marry a 12-year-old woman? I'm like, no, that makes sense. Yeah. I get it.
Well,
like,
no, I mean, it's because we can wait, dude. Do you see? Speaking of that, dude, do you see that fucking article that came out? I think it was.
I don't condone. First off, you can't speak. I can't just leave that. I don't support any acts
Oh
of a
yeah,
12-year-old
for
girl.
sure, for sure.
Okay, I need to just
Yeah, I mean, sure,
disclaimer,
yeah, I know
disclaimer
that, but
there.
the internet doesn't, I guess.
Right, I need
But,
to say that out loud.
no, do you see that article? It was talking about these women who froze their eggs, and now they're finding out that they still can't have kids even if they froze their eggs.
Very common. A lot of
Yeah.
women who finally, it's all women who reach their summit. They write these
Right.
articles, they write these op-eds, these blog posts, whatever. They write them when they're like, I just got back from my vacation in freaking Bali, and
Yeah.
to celebrate that I just got the executive position at Washington
Right.
Post, whatever. It's like that's always the moment they feel the need to say, I got what I wanted, and it's not enough. That's always the story.
Well, the thing, because these women have been programmed to do all these things that are just not what women are biologically supposed to do, like on some real shit, like, and then they'll go, oh, that's 30. Oh, here, because Jeremiah says, 38, no children, not married is more crazy than a single mom at 38. That's true.
Right. 38, no.
That's
children,
true. But see, I'm not saying I don't date women over the age of 25 ever.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and here's the thing.
I mean?
Actually, I was about to say the word crazy.
Don't do it.
But the thing is, generally, if a woman is 38, no children, not married, this is an unfair privilege of women too. Is the older you get, like even if you're doing things right, quote unquote right, like no kids, never married. If you stay like conservative as a woman, and you don't have any of that by 38. Now you're depreciating as a value just because you're not doing anything too.
Well, no, I mean, by the time they're like 30, 35, their fertility is going down like crazy.
And I'm not even talking about fertility as like an asset to like have kids, which it is,
I mean, it is an asset.
But I'm not even talking
100%.
about the asset. I'm talking strictly aesthetic, like who you are as a person.
Dude, I used to date a woman when I was younger. I dated a woman who was like 15 years older than me. She was like 42 or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was hot as fuck, bro.
Well,
super hot. Never had any kids, whatever. But I didn't really understand like what Jeremiah was talking about. And he was right. That woman was nuts. And she tried to control the fuck out of me, bro.
Oh, really?
It was insane. She had all the money in the world, but she was insane. And she was super hot, but she was insane, bro.
Well, and
like,
I think,
I would never do that ever again.
I think there's some guys that a single mother works pretty well for. I think there is like certain guys who like they need a motherly thing. So I think
I don't think that's good. I think that's bad.
Healthy.
I think
it's not healthy. I'm just saying
that's a man who doesn't know his worth.
Right. But I think it's all too common that single mothers end up finding those guys because like the women are so used to being a mother to their, kid that like when they meet a guy, they can't even separate it. It's still they're being a mother to him too.
Well, right, exactly. I mean, that's part of it. Yeah, that's part of the danger, right? If like those types of guys, definitely.
That's where it goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of problems with that.
Did we tell Mac we were gonna reach out to her if we went live or? Oh, we just said we'd retweet it.
Find us, man. She fucking looks at our shit.
Yeah. I never retweeted it. I just realized that. That's why
I retweeted. I retweet everything, bro.
I know you do. You're so much better at remembering. I just forget. So.
That's cool. That's why we're a team, man. Because I gotta do the things that you can't do, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Picking up the slack. Like
you gotta date the single moms, and I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Is that's what separates us from the beast, though. Is like actually your anecdotal experience can be enough to push me in the right direction, man. Like
yeah, I mean, I'm telling you,
why should I suffer for your sins? Right. Exactly, and I don't even say that as like you just
no. You're right though. You're right. I fucking hear you.
Like if there's also by contrast, if there's like an experience, like I can tell you something like don't go to this restaurant. Same concept. It's like we should learn like don't do this. They're gonna spit in your food or whatever.
Oh yeah, dude.
But
fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's weird the concept of single mothers because like from an ethical perspective, if you want to be like the most empathetic person, and this is where I separate from lefties, is they're like. You need to support all people because they are people. And it's like, but now you're putting all people above yourself. And
yeah.
That's to me, that's where the crux of left versus right goes, is like your right wing leaning people. Like whenever they say anyone's right wing, it's because they're rugged individualists, every time. That they're all for liberty, they're all for personal choice.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, this is where the single motherhood, it ties right at the heartstring of the whole liberty concept that unites us all. And I think we in general, like the community we have, are going to agree with us that single motherhood, I think, a lot of the women might say that we should go after single mothers, but it's like I would imagine that if you talk to them one-on-one, they would understand why we wouldn't want to. But it's like this,
I mean, like
in a dream world, you'd want to say, yeah, every single mother should have like a boyfriend.
No,
like,
in a dream world,
who's gonna
every
do it?
person. No, in the dream world, whoever got her pregnant stays with her.
You're right. No,
That's the reality.
really,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You get a woman pregnant, like on some real shit.
Yeah.
If my girl got pregnant, you know what I mean? I'm locked. I'm in there. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
Baby daddy drama is not cool. Actually,
it's like, dude,
I don't know if you follow Matt Waddle.
No.
Okay. He's someone I follow on Twitter. He's actually going through a custody dispute right now.
Mm-hmm.
He had his firstborn son, and apparently I don't know the details. He was just tweeting about it the other day.
I think I did see this. Yeah.
The mom's taking everything, man. He like wants to be a father. Like that is even worse.
No, I know that shit happens, man. That happened to a friend of mine too. Like that definitely happens, man. But like, dude, that's why you got to make sure, dude. There's that whole thing. Don't stick your dick in crazy, bro. Right. There's a reason why people say that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
you're taking crazy.
On some real shit. Like you gotta have penis control. There's this motherfucker I follow on
I was having a conversation with a girl about this
YouTube,
the other night.
who talks about that.
Oh, okay.
His guy's he calls himself, his channel is like Ask a Classy Black Man or some shit, but that's really what it is. It's like PPC, poor penis control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've never heard
it's
that
all
expression.
About perspective. It's all about age. You're 55. You don't want a 24-year-old without kids. Why not?
It's about
why not?
Oh,
well, if you're 55 and you've never had a kid before, why not? Tell me why not, Jay? Because that sounds. If you're 55 and you've never had a kid before, why would you not want a 24-year-old without kids? She's gonna be. If you want kids, she's gonna be able to provide kids to you for way longer than some fucking 50-year-old. You know what I mean? Why not? Why would you? Why can't you be like fucking what's his name? Randy Quaid or Dennis Quaid or one of them? Just married I think it was Dennis Quaid. Just married a fucking 26-year-old kid. He's like 60.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it
why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a problem with that.
Why not? Why would you not want a hot 24-year-old dude? No matter how old you get, young girls are always going to be young girls. Yeah. And they're always going to be more fertile and more beautiful than the older ones.
Well, that's okay. This goes back to something that is a bit.
He says, I already had kids. I don't want to go through that. Okay, so that's different. You already had kids, bro.
Yeah.
You already did that shit.
But like I've spoken with Jeremiah. I know for him it was a goal he wanted to get to. It's like that's he wants to cultivate that over time. The thing is, a guy like Randy Quaid, he wants to be an actor for the first half. Dennis Quaid. I'm sorry. He wants to be a actor for the first half of his life. He's putting it off till later. But I can also
no. Dennis Quaid definitely already has kids because he was married before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm saying like your guy who just doesn't have kids until he hits 50. You know. There's nothing wrong with that if you want to spend the first 50 years of your life being a whatever. But I also understand the motivation of I don't want to go through diapers. Yeah.
Well, if you already have kids, like, so that's different because you've already gone through that phase in your life, and I understand that. So you don't, so then you would be looking for a woman who probably has already done that also, and that they're going to tend to be older. So you're not going to really be looking for that. For somebody like me, for example, I'm 32, right? My girlfriend right now is 24, right? Neither of us have kids, right? That's a great age gap for me because I don't have to fucking worry about her falling off her fertility cliff within the next couple of years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm 28 and I don't really look 25 is like my oldest I'll look at. I joke all the time. I say girls my age are so old.
If you're looking for, if you're looking to, if you want to have kids as a man and you haven't had kids yet, do not date women over the age of 25. Mm-hmm. Just don't do it.
There's something magical that happens to women at 25. I don't know what it is.
If they start to become really hard-headed. And like, honestly, like my last girlfriend, she was 27 when we first started dating.
Set in their ways.
Like,
I was gonna say set in their ways.
Yeah. And they become really, especially if you're the type of dude who's a little bit more traditional. Like they become really difficult to lead after a certain age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if they're like highly educated.
Right. Yeah.
You know, this is why Jesse Lee Peterson says never marry an educated woman.
Jesse Lee Peterson.
I don't 100% agree with him, right? Because my girl's fairly educated, right? But she's still young and she wants to go back to school and get her master's and stuff.
I think there's plenty
she's
of examples.
Definitely like not trying to like run the ship. Like we've had conversations about this. She wants to be support. You know what I mean? And that's great.
I don't know.
So
it's weird. I'm actually in Jeremiah's camp, man. I want to have kids as soon as possible. It makes sense because I want to be as young as possible with them.
Right. So same here.
But
That's
also,
why I'm dating someone who's way younger than me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But also, like, I also don't want to rush it either. Like, I'm not like finding a mother is very important. That's the one thing I don't think
100%.
Guys look for a piece of ass. That's looking for a piece of ass is easy. Looking for a mother.
No, of course, yeah. Looking for a wife and right.
Well,
I say looking for a girl, finding a girlfriend is easy. Finding a wife is hard.
Finding a mother, to me, that's the goal of it all. You know, it's like. Right. Realistically, because I'm just holding out the possibility of divorce. It's like I know I can be a pain in the ass guy to deal with, but it's like whether we make it work or not, it's like, will you be good to my kid?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like regardless of what happens between us, like I want to make sure you don't go freaking psycho on my kid.
Well, but that's the difference. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference between a girlfriend and a wife.
Right.
In my opinion.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't even you're saying you wouldn't even bother.
No, dude. At this point, look, I
see
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Before I got into a relationship with my current girlfriend, I was like, I went on a tear because I broke up with this girl, and I was like, I'm never using fucking dating apps. I dated this girl for like 18 months to 2 years almost. Met her on a dating app. I was like, I'm never gonna use dating apps again. So I started just going out and meeting girls and shit.
Right.
All the time, just meeting girls, taking them home, whatever. And I was like, so into this mode where I was like, look, I am not even gonna even think about fucking being with someone unless like something like she has to show me how fucking dope she is in order for me to even consider it. So I went through so many chicks, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the only reason I'm with my girl now is because we figured out. I mean, we started cooking together. We started being really domestic and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like she started showing me her value too. Like she was showing me. You know, she can bring a lot of things to the table. Right. Like we can work together on things and build things together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's where you get true connection too. I feel like that's where like you can have beers together all you want. That's something dudes do. You know, beers between guys are much more bonding than beers with your lady.
Right. Exactly. You know? And you know what I mean. And even
not to say you shouldn't have beers with your lady either.
Right. Well, you can. I mean, we don't really drink that much. I'm
talking more the environment, you know. That's it. Like
I get what you're saying. Yeah. But so it's like, you know, it has to be like she got to bring something to the table in terms of like, what are you adding to my life right now? And all of these chicks that I was like picking up and taking to the fucking home or whatever, they weren't adding shit to my life, bro.
I don't think many women are conscious of that. I think
no, they're not because
they're so looking to be sold. They're so looking to be sold.
Right.
Like
well, no, they just want to be enough by virtue of being. And I actually had a conversation with one of these chicks, and it revealed that we were talking about like marriage or whatever. And I straight up said to this chick, well, what's my incentive for wanting to marry you? And she said, well, me. And I'm like, no, that's not enough. I'm sorry. That's not enough. But these chicks want to be just them. And that
I should be good enough, dude. It's all this freaking it's all this participation trophy culture bullshit of
exactly.
Women are so propaganda affects women so much harder than it does men. And that's
it does. It really does.
That is a fact. And you say that to a feminist, they'll lose their minds, but it's a fact.
It is.
Women care more about a trend than a man does.
Exactly.
I don't know what it is. Something biologically. Like I did study biology. I'm sure it's something hormonal. It's something that affects, you know.
I'll tell you why. It's because I can actually tell you why. It's because women's goal in communication of any kind is social cohesion.
Right.
So if they're not going with the narrative, they are putting themselves in an uncomfortable position. Right. So that's why it's like anything that's sold is like, okay, so the popular idea is this. The women got to go with that because that means that they're going to be a part of the club. They're going to be in. Men don't give a shit about that. They only care about like what's going to get them.
Well, and the funny thing is, I think men actually have almost an opposite opposing force. It's like sometimes like
Security, Jay says.
what's that?
Security, Jay says.
Security. Oh yeah, women want security. Yeah.
Right, because it's social cohesion is part of that.
Yeah. Well,
right?
I'd say,
Being a part of
the
the group.
feminine, because here we're talking in men and women. It's actually more the feminine than the masculine, like the energy. Because that's the thing is,
Right.
I know plenty of women who they're masters of the masculine as far as like social. They're like goals socially are masculine, but they're still
Right.
a feminine woman. They're a good mother. They maybe even work a motherly job like a nurse, but socially they fulfill the masculine role, being the more the line pusher, and maybe the husband's the more social cohesion one.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly,
and I think that's how marriages evolve.
That frustrates women.
What does?
Because you know how I know that my parents had that kind of a relationship, and I actually know my parents now as an adult, and I talked to my mom about this, and she explained to me that that's one of the reasons why my parents didn't work, is because my mom eventually got frustrated with my dad for that, because he wasn't doing the man role.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And like that's just reality. I think a lot of guys, especially from our generation, have to deal with that reality that our fathers were like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that sucks, because it's because of the fact that our culture has been brainwashed so long since like the 1960s, since like the sexual revolution, to say that men and women are the same, and that a man can do the woman role and a woman can do the man role. It's the same thing. And that's why, single mothers can be man and women, and the dad and the mom and all that stuff. That's not true. Right. None of that's true. And it just ends up frustrating people in the long run.
Completely. And I think what I was going to say is there's a lot of anthropologists, or, just people who are studying, like sociologists, I think would be a better term, saying that this next generation, the Zoomers and below, are going to be, you're good. The Zoomers and below are going to be more conservative ideologically, just naturally, because they're going to reject this over energized, for lack, because it's not just sexual energy. It's it's too much pressure on they're gonna take less pressure off themselves. They're naturally gonna realize that all this pressure of society is all generated by the generations above. They're gonna blame us. They're gonna blame the Xers, and we're gonna blame the Boomers. But realistically, I think they're gonna right the ship more than we will personally.
They're going to be pushing back, kind of like what you said. It's like, because they're waking up to the reality. They're watching all of these things unfold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, wait a second. This shit's not fucking working, man.
Well, and
all that.
They have more time to right the ship than we do. Is like, I mean, I'm 27, that magical 25 year. Like, I changed a lot when I hit 25 myself as a man, Yeah. So it's like, I even need to look at myself as a potentially depreciating asset if I'm not continuing to cultivate my masculinity.
100%. I agree.
Because this was the point I was going to make earlier, is that women are a depreciating asset from a feminine standpoint. Because femininity, whether you look at that as a man or a woman, is something you can only lose and can never gain back.
Right.
While your masculinity is something you start off at zero. You have nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly.
You are working up to it. And up until the day you die, you are still trying to cultivate. That's why I think there's a lot more ritual deaths for men than historically than women. Yeah. When a man dies, all the men are like, that dude was on. Like he took care of us. Like when you have a guy in your community who like everyone comes around, they're like he took care. The thing is, not to say it doesn't happen with the mother, but with the women, but their mothers. A lot of times it's more personal. It's more family. It's not necessarily the community. It's more. Because like you said, it's the social cohesion thing. Right. That they because you can only focus on so many people, you're not going to touch as many people. And I think that dynamic is how it's supposed to work in a community. Like the mother is the socialist, essentially. She's the one who makes sure the socialism of only the house.
You're 100% right.
And it's the man who takes the larger role.
Socialism works on small scales.
The smaller the unit, the larger the unit, capitalism is more effective. The smaller socialism, to the point. There was I think he was an economist. He said,
"It's like I'm a socialist at home and I'm a capitalist in the world."
Okay, yeah. You know exactly what we're talking about.
Yep.
Jeremiah also made a great point. Is that men are more expendable, and
we're disposable. That's why we go to war.
Right.
That's why it's women and children first.
But that's also, I've heard a few men say that's like unfair. Like, fuck, it's empowering. To
What?
be
Yeah. What does
explained,
that mean?
like
What's unfair?
like MRAs. There's MRAs that are like they want to be like victims. Like,
Oh yeah.
you're
See, that's why I don't like those motherfuckers, dude.
yeah, I know. That's my biggest issue. Like,
Because they're
okay,
trying to make
I like to
they're
listen.
just bad feminists, in my opinion, because they're still trying to do the equality thing where it's like that. And it's like, look, well, we get fucked on like childcare and da da da. I was like, yes, but
Okay.
that's because we're men.
I don't see I don't see MRAs as a problem. I see them more as like an eventuality. It's like when you get raped by the family court, like, okay, I get it.
I get that.
Now you're a men's rights activist.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I get it now. Like, I would be too. Like, I would dedicate a lot of time towards making sure no other men. But it's like, if you have,
it says fair is the worst fucking word ever created. I agree.
thank you, yeah.
My parents always told me that life wasn't fair. Whenever I said something wasn't fair when I was a kid, my parents said, "Yeah, you guess what? Life is not fair. You better get used to it."
Having a traditional upbringing, that fair doesn't come
100%.
up. Fair doesn't come
fair
up.
was not a word in my house that we were allowed to use at all.
Yeah.
And it frustrates the fuck out of me when people use that.
My dad's big thing is he didn't let me say I'm afraid. The dad, I'm afraid.
Nice.
He always says, and I used to get angry with him. Actually, now I appreciate it. Now it's actually sunk in as like a virtue for me. But he always says, fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. And I used to be like, man, that's stupid.
That's fucking good.
I've been hearing that since I could hear it.
That's fucking good.
Can you imagine?
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's my pops.
I like that.
That's my pops right there.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
False evidence appearing real. I like that.
Yeah. But I mean, there is genuine fear. There's things to fear, but
oh sure, but like
I grew up.
That's really good.
The thing is, it's what I need to hear. I'm glad he said it because like now he said it enough where like now that I'm adult, like realistically, I have to come to terms with like I don't think my dad's gonna die tomorrow, but I have to live as if he will. If that makes any sense.
For sure.
So like that's already internalized in me. Like I don't need to hear my dad say, "Hey, Michael, false evidence appearing real." Like I know that myself.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think
that's really good. I've never heard that, but I like it.
But I just want to like the way we learn things. It's like people need to be patient. Like when I first heard false evidence appearing real, I hated it. It was a reminder that I am afraid of everything and that I have the capability of changing, and I rejected that for so long. It wasn't until I finally just was like, you know what? I'm capable of change. I'm capable of confronting my own fears. And then it opened up all the doors. It's the key. It's the skeleton key, you know? But I think of how many little battles like that people are struggling with daily. You know what I mean? It's like just believing that you are capable of overcoming what you're afraid of.
Right.
But like, actually,
it does wonders, man. Your mind is fucking powerful.
Yeah, my pinned tweet for a while was progress at its basic core is willfully confronting your fears daily. I said daily twice, but and to me, I just got really stoned one time and thought of that. I love it. It's kind of true. It's like I know that if I go through a day, I didn't get like scared or anxious at all. It's like I didn't grow at all. I didn't progress. Like it's cool. Like you don't need to progress every day either. Like that's the reminder I had. It's like I don't need to just be jumping off a cliff and be like, hey, I got afraid. You
have to be aware of what you're progressing towards.
Right, yeah. Well, the thing is,
you have to stop and chill out for a second.
It's a matter of being conscious of why the fear is there. The fear is a reminder. Right. It's if you're just thrill seeking, you're not progressing either.
Right.
But it's being aware of what's motivating you. That's really just I don't think enough people try to take conscious just are conscious of their conscious, if that makes sense. Like that's what all this like new wave yoga and meditation and stuff. And the funny thing is like I don't go to classes or anything, but I do meditate regularly. I just slow my breath. I try to lower my heart rate. I just try to just zen out. And then I'll literally just jump out and I'll just breathe really heavily just to like change it real quickly. And it's just so energizing. And like I've told people, because I've actually had a few like strangers ask me like, you're really calm right now. And like I struggle with anxiety and panic attacks all the time. I still do. But they ask me like, how can you get so calm? It's like you practice. You're aware that your body is an instrument, and that if you're just consciously trying to slow yourself when you're anxiety is you trying to speed up.
Right.
So if you're just aware that you're going too fast, and you just consciously try to slow your thoughts, your heart rate, your breath, just you just focus on each one. And that's all those Hindu gurus, that's all they do. They just know they talk about chakras. That's all chakras are. You have your throat chakra, your whatever, it's your breath, everything is just focusing on a different aspect of your body and just bringing it in line, and it's like,
I hear you, man.
I don't even know why I'm talking about it anymore, but that's something.
Because that's where we got, man. That's where we got.
I just feel like there's so many people on Xanax now, dude. It's like, you don't need Xanax.
Yeah. Well,
you don't need heroin. You don't need it like.
Yeah, that's a different thing, man.
Oh, it was fear.
I don't even really smoke weed like that anymore, dude.
It was fear. That's exactly why I brought it up. Is that fear leads to anxiety leads to fear, like when it's worse. And
absolutely.
the fact that people are just able to will themselves into peace, and they don't. I'm like, you're only cheating yourself.
I agree.
I digress off that point.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to drop off because I'm gonna eat some dinner and shit, dude.
Yeah, man. I felt the energy there for a second.
That was good. I like that, man. I like that a lot. Well, anyways, anybody who came in and checked us out, you guys are fucking awesome. Jay, you're the shit.
Yeah, we got
Thank
Carlos,
you for fucking
Jay
commenting.
Here. I just want to say,
shout out.
The name of why we call this the UnBeefables, if you want to return in the future, is
right.
We'll let them in on why we're doing this. Is that we are unbeefable. You cannot beef with us. So the challenge of our namesake, and feel free to share this with anyone you want, is come on here and try to create beef with us.
Try to start beef with us, yeah.
The last time Mac was on with us, she was constantly just trying to poke holes in our argument the entire time. And I love it. I want this to be like one of those football tackling drills where you run through the gauntlet. Like each person hits you like 10 times,
Right,
that's how it should be. So that's what we're trying to create, try to have fun with it. So
yeah. So try to come on and try to start beef with us. We're going to be doing this as often as possible. Appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out for a little while.
Follow us on Twitter if you want to see what we're talking about, and we'll probably take what we're talking about on Twitter and convert that into whatever the next podcast is. So
yeah, exactly. So stay tuned, y'all.
Stay tuned. Thanks for joining. Peace out.